Last time on Narrative Damage. This man has done something terrible to each of you as well, I believe. I speak, of course, of Gaedren Lamm.
Gaedren made you suffer. I know how you can make him suffer. Come to 3 Lancet Street at dusk.
From her sleeve, she produces a Harrow deck and sits it on the table. If you'll allow it, I would perform a harrowing in the hope that it will guide you. All of you have broken from the shackles of your past. You've been given an opportunity. You must not waste it. There are troubles coming. Impending disaster for all of us. My friends, the cards tell me that you can succeed, but it will not be easy.
Okay.
Will you find Lamb? Will you bring him to justice finally?
I don't want to see anyone endure what I endured at his hands. And if there's a chance to stop him, then I'll seize it.
I don't have
And
much
there's
hope.
so many children we can murder.
So many children we can save.
Sorry. Slip of the tongue.
Save.
Definitely.
Save the children.
I'm more interested in the stuff we can find, okay?
How much of the wine have you had?
Not enough for this plan.
Hello and welcome back to another episode of Narrative Damage, the TTRPG show that likes to get authors around the table, get them to put down their pens and pick up the dice to tell their stories. I'm Mark Rinaldi, your games master for this evening, and I'm joined in this second part of our special Pathfinder Played with Nimble adventure of Haunted Fortunes by 4 hardy adventurers that we met last time, but I'm going to let them introduce themselves this time. So Anna, do you want to get us kicked off?
Sure. Hello, everyone. My name is Anna Stevens. I'm the author of the Godblind and the Songs of the Drowned trilogies, and a soon-to-be-announced new novel coming out with a new publisher, which I've been sitting on for such a long time, and I'm so excited to talk about, but I'm not officially allowed to talk about it. So maybe by episode 3, it'll have been announced, and I'll be able to talk about it.
Exactly.
But I am playing Exan, who is a fiendkin with a hunter background, who is pretty reluctant at this point to be involved in the shenanigans that are sure to go down. But yeah, we're going to see how that plays out.
Excellent. Madupe?
Hello, I am Madupe Mhinde. I am the author of A Song of Legends Lost and A Dance of Burning Blades, which are the first 2 books in the Invoker trilogy, which is an epic fantasy trilogy where ancestors can be summoned in battle. And I am playing as Dave. I am a dragonborn shadowmancer with a very troubled past and a very sad childhood.
Excellent. Claire?
Yeah, hi, I'm Claire Shultz. I'm the author of the forthcoming Sapphic Haunted House Bluebeard novel, Even Your Bones Would Do, and my debut young adult novel, The Cove, which I wrote as Claire Rose, just came out this past month. And I am playing Persephone Percy, a shepherd with a secret who wants revenge and is not really sure why she's here.
Excellent. And Annabel?
Hi, I'm Annabel Campbell. I'm author of The Outcast Mage and The Void Dragon, part 1 and 2 of the Shattered Lands trilogy. And The Void Dragon's not out yet, but it will be out in October. And it's an epic fantasy, honestly, about a magical user who just doesn't get a break. In fact, many of them, they're, try-hard idiots that keep having a horrible time. I'm playing a similar-ish character, actually. My character's name is Iggy. She is a weirdling and a mage she has a bit of wee man syndrome going on, I think, and she also is totally over her drug problem. Definitely, yes.
Yeah, and we were introduced to all our characters in the last episode. So if you're only joining us for episode 2, what are you doing? Go and watch episode 1 now, and catch up on the backgrounds and find out what got these characters into the unfortunate positions that they're now in. Before we move on, it would be remiss of me not to congratulate Annabel and Madupe for very recent nominations for Fantasy Novel of the Year from the BFS. Fantastic. Congratulations to you both for being nominated. And obviously now you have to compete against each other.
There's no one I'd rather lose to.
Together. I know, I was going to say, all the way through, we're in this together. We both win either way.
Excellent. Well, the other thing that, last time I'm conscious, I was editing the first episode and I was conscious that Madupi's sitting there in a cloak and everything and none of us commented on it. It was just like, people
normal.
Probably just think that's
I thought
just
that's just what
thing.
she wore.
Maybe that's right.
The face tattoo as well, man. Like,
it was on the wrong side last time. I was like, my computer, so I put it on the side. Obviously, this
which
is
means
a
it's
permanent facial
totally
tattoo
real.
that Dave has. Yeah, I was going to say, Dave had this one very quickly laser removed and then very quickly got
And I also gave Dave a bit of a hard time for having -1 intelligence, but I was getting confused with my characters. It's actually Exan who is the dummy of the group here.
Yeah. I love playing it as well. I have to say, it's so much fun being dumb.
I want to point out that my character has the most intelligence, despite the generally stupid shit that she does all the way through.
High intelligence, low wisdom in D&D terms, I guess. So to get back into, obviously we met your characters last time, who all in one way or another had been betrayed by the same man, Gaedren Lamm. I'm just going to put on a little bit of music, set the scene. Gaedren Lamm, this criminal of the underworld who has preyed on the young of Corvosa to do his bidding, be that lifting purses or selling Shiver, a drug that Iggy knows a bit about. And for years he's operated in Corvosa, his crimes sort of never reaching quite high enough to trouble the Corvosan guard, but still ruining lots of the lower class people's lives in the city. But it seems that's about to change, because you were all gathered together by Zellara, a fortune teller, who herself had suffered at the hands of Lamm when he had her son murdered. Her Harrow deck told her that you as a group could finally bring Lamm to justice, and she's given you a lead. He's somewhere in the west dock of Corvosa. And we left you stepping out into this dark street. I was going to say with a plan, but I don't think there was any plan.
There wasn't one.
So that's where we're going to pick up. I mean, we can pick up the next morning if you want, or we can pick up straight away from that cold, rainy street if you want.
I feel like maybe let's all go to a pub and have a talk about what it is.
Yeah. Get a plan, maybe.
Get a plan together.
Yeah,
then,
at least a meeting point.
Yeah.
Okay, well, yeah. So we'll jump into that. We'll jump into that tavern, and you're sitting round the table. You've all got your tankards in front of you. Yeah, and I'll let you decide how you want to proceed.
He's in the west dock. Is that what she said?
Yeah.
All right.
Did she give us any sort of parting wisdom other than this is the location? So we knew that little lambs would be out pickpocketing during the day. So we got as far as that. But did she say anything about this is a good way in, or?
No, she just knew she knew he was in the West Docks somewhere, and the West Docks are full of sort of old warehouses and things like that. But other than that, she didn't have much of a lead. Okay. Yeah, but you all, of course, have connections to Lamm in one way or another. You know, some of you have worked for him, or in fact were one of his lambs, as they call his kids. So, you know, there are definitely some leads that you could follow on that basis.
Yes, conceivably his kids could lead us to him, or we would try to get to him while the kids are out. I feel like those are the sort of two ways to go about that information.
I mean, we can follow them as they go home with their takings for the day. They're going to be
stalk
fast,
some children.
Stalk some children. Perfect.
Yeah.
No.
They're going to be fast, so fast
Okay.
than us.
I'm probably not faster, but
If we follow them back, we're gonna encounter all of them being there when we go after this guy, which seems like a terrible idea to me.
yeah.
Is the West Dock, so when Dave was a lamb and when Exan possibly was or was not a lamb, doesn't really want to say, was Lamb's home in the West Docks at that point, or is this a new thing?
He sort of shifts his base of operations from place to place. You know that much. He sort of takes advantage of the fact that in Corvosa there are quite a few abandoned buildings, and he'll often like move into newly abandoned buildings, stay there until the Corvosan guard comes sniffing around, and then move the operation on somewhere.
I mean, I suppose there's people that I used to know that we could talk to. I don't think they'd be keen to see me. I don't really want to see them. They might not have current information, but that's one option.
Would you want one of us to talk to them for you?
I mean, you could, but I don't know if they'd give anything away. It probably does need
look really menacing. Brainstorming. No bad ideas in a brainstorm.
I'm just worried that if we start poking around, it will get back to him. So,
Sure.
But that's an option.
So, I would like to use my background ability, which is called What? I've been around. And it is once per location or at the GM's discretion, I happen to know just the person who has the information that I'm looking for or could get me out of a jam. But I have to roll a d20 to find out how this is going to play out. So if we're in the tavern, could I, as we're sort of getting a second round of drinks or whatever and not really coming up with any sort of workable plan, just look across the bar and see a fisherman or a sailor or something like that who I know happens to work out of the West Dock?
Well, I think given your dealings with Lamm before, you know, you did a bit of work for him, and I think you see someone else that you know has done a bit of work for him at the bar, and you think might still be working for him on a sort of, you know, pay to work basis as opposed to one of his lambs or something.
So would I be able to approach them and just ask if they can give us the exact location? What is it that we want to know, people? Do we want
everything? All of it. I'm sitting here being like, I don't have negative intelligence, but I don't have plus intelligence. I just want the info.
We need to know what building he's based in, and we need to know what kind of security he has around him.
Okay.
Those are the
Okay.
two key things.
So
Or who we can talk to find out in the docks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or just any major weaknesses, flaws, food allergies, known hatreds.
exactly
Also
how to bring him down step by
Yeah,
step.
hey,
Yeah.
it wouldn't hurt. It's worth
Any
an
weak
ask.
ankles?
Mhm. Shellfish, is that a problem? Yeah.
Okay,
well,
so
yeah,
would I-
Anna, who do you think this is? Who do you think this is?
you put me on the spot. Okay, so
Ah.
I think this is Belinda,
Okay.
who I sort of seen around a fair few times while I was reluctantly working for Lamb, and I sort of saw her in his inner circle a few times, or sort of leaning close together, having a private chat, and then before she would go off and do certain things.
Okay. Cool. You're putting me on the spot now. I'm going to have to do Belinda. But okay. So I think Belinda has her back to you, and she is she's in conversation with a half orc that's beside her, and doesn't see you initially.
Okay, so I am, oh boy, this -1 intelligence is really going to make this go well. Okay.
Giving you a thumbs up from across the bar.
Go get her!
You got it!
So I am going to take my sort of half-empty tankard, and I'm just going to go up and lean against the bar, like really close to them, but with my sort of shoulder turned away. And then I'm just going to sort of wave my tankard, and then sort of look down and go, "Whoa, Belinda! It
Okay.
has been years. How are you?"
Excellent. Okay. And Belinda turns around, and she almost sways round, and you can tell that she's in her cups. She's been drinking a fair bit, and she goes, "Exan, is that you?"
That's me. I've been out of town for quite a while. How are you?
Yeah, doing away, trying to survive. I'm surprised to see you still alive, to be perfectly honest.
Well, that may or may not be the reason why I've been out of town for quite a while. Just take the heat off a little bit. But yeah. So I'm back, and I'm maybe looking to get back into the old business. I was just wondering if you still had any contacts, or if you could tell me where I could find the old man.
I heard you and him had a bit of a falling out last time. You sure that's sensible?
Well, probably not, but you know what it's like.
Yeah. Give me a roll. I would say it's probably an influence roll you're trying to do here.
Okay, so
And you can have advantage since she's drunk.
Okay. Influence. So I have a +3 on influence.
Yeah, it'll apply the +3 already. You just
Okay,
need
so
to-
then I just click up once for advantage.
Yes, exactly. Yep.
Advantage time 1. What's that?
18. Nice. Yeah. So she sort of shrugs and goes, "Well, it's your funeral. Still, you get the old man money. I suppose he keeps you alive, eh? Kept me alive this long. I heard he's needing some work. He's wanting to shift more shiver in town."
Okay. I mean, I can I can help with that. It's dirty work, but pays the bills. So, where is he based these days?
Well, my contact is Jargon. I meet him down in the West Dock. Lamm, he likes to keep himself secret, but Jargon's always easy to spot down there. The clothes that he wears.
Yeah. God, is he still dressed like a peacock?
Yes, he is, and they still don't fit him.
Is that because he's fatter or thinner?
Oh, definitely fatter.
Wonderful. I can imagine it already, unfortunately.
I've seen him hanging outside the Dragon Scales.
Oh, okay, cool.
He seems to like that there.
I will go and see if I can find Jargon then. See if he can put me in touch with Lamm himself.
Well, good luck. Maybe we'll work together again.
Maybe we will. Can I get you a drink while I'm here?
Never say no to a drink.
Fair enough. I will buy her an ale.
Excellent.
And then I will slide away.
Yep.
And I'll tell the others that I don't know exactly where Lamm is, but we are sort of one step closer if we find Jargon.
Great.
Mm-hmm. And I'll say that you're all citizens of Corvosa. You know that the Dragon Scales is a sort of it's quite a down at heel tavern on the docks where a lot of fishermen and stuff like to drink. It's one of these taverns that is open early in the morning for the fishermen and all this sort of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Can I ask a question? Do we have any money at all?
So I think in character creation, technically speaking, you get your equipment or you get a certain amount of money that you can spend on equipment. Mm-hmm. And for ease, we gave you all your starting equipment. So technically, no, you have no money.
No.
But I will give
I'll last copper on somebody else's bloody.
Yeah.
I will give
Broke.
I will give you like basic, a small kitty of spending money. But you're not able to go and buy new equipment or anything like that. Put it that way.
Reasonable.
Okay. Sure.
Okay. Cool.
Or about Shiver asking for a friend?
Good question.
You need to find your own Shiver, I'm afraid.
Haven't got a pocket
Can
full
we
of
spend our
narcotics.
spending money on Shiver?
All right, I see. Well, I don't think you've got enough. Enough.
It's probably for the best.
Yeah, I don't
My
think
whopping
Iggy should
$0.
hold the purse.
Dave just takes the money and just, puts his cloak. Everyone just goes, yeah, okay.
Whatever.
Makes you
I'm
fall.
over it.
It's fine.
Okay, so do we want to go and try and find Jargon now? Do we want to wait for the next day? What do we want to do?
So I should say that you and Dave know Jargon. Jargon is one of Lamm's most trusted henchmen, for lack of a better word. He is, in fact, the character we saw in the first episode. Persephone saw him walking into the shop. The sort of greasy, slicked back blonde hair, the too tight clothes, try to look noble, but not quite pulling it off.
Great.
So you know this guy, Jargon Balko, is someone that works with Lamm.
Do you think he's going to trust us when we go there saying we want to be back in the business? Or do you think he's going to be suspicious?
I wouldn't trust either of you.
I mean, we could potentially send... I hesitate to say this, but we could potentially send Persephone and Iggy in instead.
Okay. We can pretend to want to join the cause or something, I guess.
Maybe, yeah. I mean, if
Maybe.
you just say that you've been given, you know, you've heard that he's the man who can find jobs, and that you're in need of something. You know, you're in need of some fast coin or something like that. That maybe you're on the run, or you need to get out of town fast, and you're willing to do anything that will.
Sure.
You both, Persephone and Iggy obviously have crossed with Lamm before, but I would say that Iggy especially wouldn't register on Jorgen's radar at all, and Persephone, I don't think Jorgen was involved in your background with Lamm either.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I don't think any of them would remember me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so while I'm walking into this like seedy inn to talk to this extremely dangerous man, what exactly are the rest of you guys going to be doing?
I'll be with you.
I mean, I'm going to just lower my cloak and sit in the corner. If there's any trouble, you won't recognise me like this. If there's any trouble, I'll be right behind you, don't worry.
I will hang around outside and make sure that, you know, a bunch of thugs don't follow you in or anything like that. So trying to keep a clear exit for you.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
I still think this sounds like a terrible plan, but I'm willing to give it a shot.
Have we got a better one?
Apparently not.
I mean, I'm very open to suggestions. You are allowing the dumbest person in the party to dictate what happens. I just want to point this out, guys.
But you have such confidence.
It's my demonic heritage. It just, you know, it's just walk the walk, baby.
Yeah.
I mean, I suppose I could shake him down. But I feel like
also an option.
We would be telegraphing our intentions if I did that. But if it comes down to it,
I don't like our odds in that fight.
The only way that's going to work is if we get the information out of him and then kill him, so that he.
I mean, I'm fine with that.
Okay, good. Done.
If it comes to it,
if it comes to it, I'll be in the corner, as I said.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know why I'm trusting you guys, but I am.
Right.
There may or may not be the prospect of drugs in your future, though, Iggy. I'm just pointing that out.
I also think, you know, money leads to drugs. Maybe.
Famously, yes. That is often how that works. Yeah. Yeah.
I thought Iggy's story was going to be one of redemption, but I can see it's just going to be.
I'm over it, mate.
Next fix. That's all that matters.
We're facilitating the relapse live on YouTube.
If you play Disco very differently from me. Yeah.
Okay, well, I mean, the dragon scale. You're currently in sort of, if you're looking at the map on Foundry, you're currently in the 5 corners. So the dragon scale's down at the West Dock. It is now. You said you went to the tavern after being at Zellara's, so it is pretty late at night at this point.
I think we should wait till morning.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. Agreed.
Yeah.
Okay. That's fine. So we'll unless you want to do anything in particular, or you know, any of you want to go off and do something, we can pick up back in the morning near the dragon scale.
Yeah. No, I don't have anything. Nope, I'm happy. I'm happy to just go and find a corner to sleep in.
Yeah,
okay.
Me too.
Excellent. Although, actually, I realised you used your ability, but we didn't roll the dice there.
I know. I didn't know whether you wanted to go back to that or not.
I think we'll roll the dice just to see what can happen. Yeah.
Okay, so I just need to roll 1d20. D20. 1. 10. Okay, so 6 to 12, I owe them money.
Okay, so yeah, we maybe should have rolled that beforehand, but yeah, I think maybe Belinda.
Sorry, I just rolled another one.
Belinda probably shook you down for the rest of your kitty. So you have spent
Yeah.
the group's entire kitty.
Oh no!
I don't know if you tell them that, but yeah, there's nothing left in the kitty now.
Great.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep that to myself, I think, now. And hope for the best. Hope nobody suddenly needs anything at all, ever.
Sure, we
Now we really need quick cash.
You've all got homes, places to stay, right? You don't and food. You don't need anything. It's fine.
So I think we pick up the next morning. The next morning, the sun is coming up, and it stopped raining, but the streets are still, there's still puddles in the streets and stuff. It was a bad storm, and sort of through the misty morning, you approach and you see the sort of swinging, tattered sign of the Dragon's Scale, and there's already a few fishermen and sailors standing outside, tankards in hand, and also smoking stuff, and then possibly down the side in the alley, possibly sampling stuff that Iggy would be more interested in than just alcohol. But yeah, it's clear that there's already a few people around in the Dragon's Scale.
Okay.
Do we see a big greasy man in ill-fitting clothes?
Not standing outside, no.
Okay.
All right.
Well,
I'm going to just go in and sit in the corner
great. Here goes nothing.
quietly.
Team handshake, thumbs up, fist bump. I don't know what our team protocol is.
I think maybe you should let me do the talking.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Okay, fine.
Okay, right. You better be watching this. You better have my back, okay?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Of course. Yeah.
Okay.
I won't
So
say anything.
I'm going to push my way into this dark and dingy pub, and I guess I'm going to have a quick look around to see what's happening. Do I need to roll a perception check for this? Or?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, yeah, you're right. It is dark. It's dingy. There's candles on the tables. It stinks in here. There's a strong fishy smell from its clientele.
Okay. I'm just going to do a straight perception check, yes. Oh, great.
Yeah, I think you're maybe distracted as you're sort of walking in. As I say, you look down the alley, and you do see people handing off little bags of powder, and I think
Definitely a little bit twitchy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Persephone, you can do a perception if you want.
Yeah, I will also right behind her, where I think I am possibly taller. No, it's a 10. I didn't do
It's a
much
10.
better.
It's a 10. It's slightly
Yeah.
better. So,
Okay.
you see, you don't immediately see any sort of figure match. Well, the figure that you saw, you don't see Jorgen sitting in here, but it is dark. You don't know.
Yeah. Okay.
So Exan is waiting outside, sort of casually, just leaning against the wall opposite, looking just waiting for work or something like that. So would I see maybe he hasn't arrived yet?
I mean, you can't see him here. I mean, you don't know if he is going to arrive at this time of the morning or not. You just don't know at the moment.
He's not sort of on the street right
No,
now.
he's not on the street or anything like that. Well, I mean, if you want, why don't you and Dave give me a perception roll if you're both standing outside as well? I'll let you do that.
It stays inside, right? Or are you
Yeah,
still...
I'm sitting in the corner.
Dave's inside.
A 20. 22 from Exan. Natural 20.
Okay.
So, critical success.
Hell yeah.
You know what? I'm going to say that you sort of you're looking at the dragon scale, and then you turn your head, and you catch sight of the flash of these red clothes, and this figure with his hair is almost, it's not even blonde, it's almost like yellow, you know, he's dyeing it a sort of with something to try and make it look, in his view, better than it is. And you see him, he speaks to, he's too far away to see, but he speaks to a couple of kids who then, and he hands them something, and they run off into the streets, and he just sort of nods and then starts walking back towards the docks.
So not towards the tavern.
Not towards the tavern.
I mean, while I'm in there, because I obviously don't know this is happening,
Yeah.
I guess I would head straight up to the bar
Yeah.
to speak to the barman, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, excuse me, down here, mate.
I'm standing behind her trying to look menacing, but I'm not that big. Just like
Yeah.
a girl. Yeah.
And this is a human with a sort of long sort of mullet type haircut and big sort of walrus moustache. And he looks down. He says, "Are you sure you're meant to be in here?"
I'm meant to be wherever I like, thanks. Looking for work. I've heard there's someone around here who can hook me up. Some Yargan? Am I right? Is that right?
Yeah. Yargan. We're looking for Yargan.
Yeah, he narrows his eyes. Let's have an influence roll to see.
Yeah,
If he's
because
gonna
my rolls are
show.
going so well. Right.
Natural 1. Okay. For a total of 2. And he says,
You are immediately shot in the face.
yeah, he says,
You're outside the pub upside down with your clothes off in your underpants. Yeah.
no work for the likes of you, I'm afraid.
I beg your pardon.
Excuse me. Are
Um,
you being
I'm-
racist to my friend here?
And
Sizist, maybe. Need to be
Is there a
strong.
difference? Uh-huh.
oh, I'm stronger than I look, mate.
Oh, she
But,
is. Yeah.
But I'm sort of sensing a bit of an atmosphere, and
Yeah.
like I said, I'm a little bit twitchy. I'm like, listen, Persephone, I think we should maybe step outside. And I'm sort of looking at Dave, like, don't think this is going well.
I'm looking at Dave and I'm more of a, but what if we punch this man in the face? Because I don't think he shouldn't be allowed to say that and get away with it. You can't run an establishment like that. Sir, this woman is a paying customer. You can't just
I've not
treat
seen
people
her.
like
I've
that
not,
if you...
I've not seen
Well-
her pay anything so far.
It's because you didn't look down. But you can't run an establishment like this if you refuse to cater to a significant portion of your clientele, or a proportionally small proportion of your clientele.
And what bar
This-
do you run
you-
to give me this business advice?
Doesn't matter. I know.
So will you be having a drink? I'm paying some of that cash that you saved.
I'm like,
Yeah, and
rooting
I
through my
looked-
pockets for
I looked at
anything.
Iggy, I looked to Dave, looking for the communal cash.
Yeah, and you
I
of
do
course
not
don't have it.
Uh-huh.
So glad I'm outside right now.
Yep, pull out some dryer lint, a stick of gum.
And you sense now there's lots of heads turning towards you three inside. And
I'm making a face at you guys to say, go.
Yeah.
Time to
Right.
leave.
Or pick a fight.
I mean, I've got some self-preservation with my intelligence. I'm sort of, I'm pulling on your arm in a kind
And
of.
I'm like kicking and punching and looking really mad
Come
as
on.
I am dragged out of the bar.
we should leave. Dave.
I don't, you can't run an establishment like that. That's unacceptable. I'm reporting him to the Better Business Bureau.
Who are you going to report
Trading
to?
standards.
No one cares.
It's a food and drink establishment. They have standards and licensing people.
so as
I don't
you're
know who they are.
as we hear you shouting this as we drag out, Exan, you see this figure walking down and he's about to turn down an alley. What do you do?
Okay. Do I have enough time to dash to the tavern, stick my head through the door, and shout?
No.
Damn it! I knew you were going to say that. Right. I am going to hope that my acquaintances are cleverer than I am, and I'm going to get my knife and I'm going to score an arrow in the wall in the direction that we've gone.
Okay.
And then I'm going to follow Jargon.
Okay. So you set off, and I imagine you probably hear the shouting from inside the tavern. But yeah, you set off, and you're attempting to tail him, essentially, I guess.
Yes.
So do you want to give me a stealth roll? And I am going to roll his perception secretly. Where's I don't do that.
15.
Okay. Yeah, with 15, you're able to keep up, and the streets are getting busier now. It's starting to be, especially in the West Dock, the city wakes up much earlier than the rest of the city. So the streets are getting busier. You can hear the shouts of, fishermen and sailors and stuff like that. There's people wheeling carts down the road. All this sort of stuff's going on. And in that gives you a bit of cover as you're walking through the crowds, and it's quite easy to keep sight of Jorgen thanks to his questionable fashion choices. And you see him within you maybe follow him for about 3 minutes, and he gets right to the dock edge, so he's right up against the Jagier River, and he just wanders towards what looks like quite an old abandoned building, which has a sign faded on it that says Old Fishery.
Old Fishery.
And you see him walk to the door. He unlocks the door and walks in.
Okay. Just before he goes in,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to hunter's mark him.
Okay.
So the creature you can see is marked as your quarry for 1 day or until you mark another creature. It can't be hidden from you, and your attacks against it gain your choice of advantage.
Excellent. Okay. How do you think, just for a visual effect, what is this something that is it sort of magic you hold out your hand, or how do you mark him, do you think?
Yeah, so I just kind of come to a complete halt just for an instant and just kind of put all of my focus towards him, and there's almost like it's almost like a halo appears around him.
Mm-hmm.
And then even as he goes into the building, I can still get the impression of that halo.
Yeah.
So I know roughly where he is inside the building.
Cool. Okay, so so you see this figure going in, and I'm going to say the halo fades slightly as he goes deeper into this building, but
yeah.
you know that he is in that building, yeah.
And I think at that point, now that I have a vague location and I know how to find him again, I'm going to turn tail and I'm going to go back and I'm going to find the others.
So you turn tail and we cut back to the street where Persephone, Iggy and Dave are standing. And do you want to tell us what's happening at this
out of
point?
a tavern.
Oh, I'm still mad, kind of spitting, still threatening to report them to whatever licensing bureau I can report them to, because they can't get away with that.
I appreciate the sentiment, lady, but you need to calm the fuck down. Like, we're in the docks now. Like, take a breath. And I mean, I don't know if this is okay. I think my character is like looking to the alleyway where the shiver is again, and I'm like, we all know where that shit comes from. Maybe I should try and see if they'll talk to me.
Well, we've established we have no money, so I think that is a bad idea.
I mean,
as far as you're aware, Exan has all the money. And Exan
As
is
far as
banned.
we're aware, Exan has all the money. None of
I'm-
us have money on our person, and I don't like the idea of going over to those guys without any money. They look scary.
I'm also wondering where Exan's gone.
Also that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why don't you all give me a perception roll, you three, and see if anyone spots the arrow that Exan's made in the building.
But they're all immediately going to go, well, of course that was Exan.
Iggy is rolling really well. 4, 6 for perception.
Every
Yeah.
time.
12. So,
Bad.
I think Dave actually does. I think you two are having this fight over Shiver.
Oh yeah, Tweedledee and Tweedledum in the corner.
Dave.
And Dave is on it.
Dave looks at the arrow and then looks up from the arrow to see Exan coming back out of the alley that we first saw Jorgen going down.
Where were you? What happened?
I saw him. I saw Jorgen. I know where he is. He's gone into a building called the Old Fishery, right on the river. I don't know if that is Lamb's new place, but it's a step closer.
Ah, so this was all a giant waste of time. Great. Fabulous.
Apparently. Yep. Great. Feel really, really good about our work.
Do we...
I mean,
Did
if
you-
you hadn't have gone in, I wouldn't have stayed out. If I hadn't have stayed out, I wouldn't have seen him.
Well, we can't go back, just for the record. I think we're banned for life, but thank you for your work. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Don't worry about it.
I used to like the dragon scales, but fine. Yeah, whatever. No.
Owners of con.
Are you people?
Well, we are a step closer. We now have a building that we need to, I think, watch.
Yeah.
Let's go have a look, I guess.
So,
Yeah.
so you all make your way to the Old Fishery, and this is a building that is, like I say, it's clearly been closed for a while. There's a lot of like even growth around the edges of the building and stuff like that. But you know, there is clearly signs of people going in and out, not only that Exan saw, but on the track and stuff. There's a front door, and that's where you saw Jorgen walking in. There is a sort of a dock going down the side of the building as well, or I don't know if dock is the right word, but you know, sort of going out over the water. The building itself goes into the water, sitting on pilings on the water. Yeah, so that's what you first see when you get there.
Okay.
Can I ask a question?
Mm-hmm.
What's examination versus, say, perception? Because my perception ain't good. My examination skill.
Examination is more like if you're looking at an object, or if you were in a room, maybe looking for something specific or something like that, then I would say it's more examination.
Okay,
versus
so it's not
perception.
going to help us right now.
Sure.
And the whole, even being within the vicinity of this building, it stinks of fish, and you see, you know, in fact, it's sort of the smell takes you back, Persephone. You remember that as this guy walked past you, there was a strong smell of fish on him.
Okay. Yeah, I think we're in the right place. Do we just go in?
No. Absolutely not. No.
Okay.
I think we should wait and maybe see who's coming in and out. I mean, I'm just a small gal. I mean, some of you guys look a bit bigger and more intimidating than me. Don't know if you want to try and talk to one of these people coming in and out of the building and figure out what's inside.
Yeah.
What I will say is that there is, you know, just looking at the building, you've got the door that that Jargon went through, there's a 15-foot wide loading dock on the side of the building, and there's a few carts sitting nearby that are sort of partially loaded with tar-caked barrels marked with a fish-shaped splotch of red paint on the side. And then you can see that there's double doors down to the immediate south of the loading dock's ramp that seem to go into the building as well. And beyond that, there's on the other side of the building, there's a slippery boardwalk that clings to the side of the fishery, that goes out over the water, like I was saying. And there's an old sort of wreck of a vessel, it almost looks like, at the back of the building as well.
I wonder if we want to maybe find somewhere to watch. Can we watch from that wreck of a vessel?
Mm-hmm. Could we go up and, like, say, look at the loading bay without getting into shit?
Yeah.
Well, I tell you what. Why don't we look at Foundry?
Okay.
Ooh.
And I've positioned you outside the front doors of the building. If you were to walk to the side, you'd see stuff. You can click on your. I think if you just use your arrow keys, if you click on your token, you can move about.
Oh, how cool!
Ooh.
And you can, but don't go too far, please.
Yeah, that's so cool. The sight lines. Okay. Great. And the doors are locked.
Yeah.
They make rattling sounds. That's really cool.
I mean, the other option is we hide in one of the crates, but I don't know that's a good idea.
Could investigate the barrels and try to hide in there.
It might be a way into the building. It's just how we get out again afterwards.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't know where those barrels are going.
No,
Could
we
be
don't.
about to be
There is
shipped
that.
out somewhere.
If you can see the map on the right hand side, so over here, can you see me pinging on the left hand side of the map?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
can see
So
the
that's
screen, but I can't see what you're pinging.
Yeah, so there's
Yeah.
there's a set of double doors here that you can oh, sorry, I've just accidentally opened the door. And you can also see a door about halfway or a third of the way down the boardwalk on the right hand side as well.
I've been kind of
Boardwalk.
like poking around, investigating the front of the building, and it looks like I can sort of see through some windows as I do that.
Yeah.
Just get a little bit of sight in there.
I think if you're wanting to sort of explore around the side of the building or even look in the windows and stuff, I think I would need a stealth roll from you.
Okay.
All right, sorry.
Considering I've been bopping around, I will stealth check. 10.
Okay, yeah. I'll say that you can get to the front windows without
Okay.
too much difficulty. Yeah.
Cool. Oh, there's a dog.
I wonder if Dave can use his affinity with shadows in any way to see.
Yeah. What sort of? Let's see.
Marco was literally like, "Don't move around too much, guys." And we're all just like, "Way!"
I've never used a VTT this elaborate. I'm just having fun watching the shadows move.
What I would say is that with that stealth roll, what I will say is, Persephone, you're able to see. Yeah, you do see a dog, quite a big dog. It's sort of lying under the table in that front room. And then in the other window, you can see movement inside the window, and you see some kids, and you see what looks like a gnome wandering about in that room as well.
Okay.
Do any of you guys with history know any of these people?
Well, so if someone else wants to go to the window, I'd need another stealth roll.
Yeah,
Whoever's with.
I'll make a stealth roll.
Yep, go for it.
I'm done. Oh. 4.
4. So I think as you approach the window, you knock something over and it crashes onto the ground. At which stage you hear the dog starting to bark angrily inside, and someone does come to the window to look out. So I'll give you between the noise and him coming to the window, you do have a chance to sort of try and get out of the way or hide behind carts or something like that.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
I would definitely like to hide.
Yeah. So I'll just let that happen. I would say, but you have sort of alerted people inside. But you do see this gnome coming to the window, and he looks out, and he's quite a vicious-looking gnome. I'll see if I can actually show you his picture. Can you see him?
Oh wow!
Oh wow!
Hello.
So
He just looks joyful.
you know those of you that
I feel like I've met him. But like me personally, not.
Joyful Medipe, really? Is that the vibe?
I think Dave definitely knows this guy. This is Hookshanks, and he's very vicious with the lambs.
Yeah, I despise him. I'm baring my fangs as I realise who it is, because I've seen what he can do. He's a sadistic little nutter. And I would love to get my scaly hands around his neck.
Great.
And you can hear at the front door, this dog is like sniffing quite aggressively at the door and sort of barking.
Guys, I think we need to go. Like, do we go around the side down the boardwalk and see what's that way?
Maybe the dog's a friend.
I feel that
Doesn't
even if
sound
the
so
dog is a friend, it's going to give us away.
I think it's a friend. I think he could be on our side.
I mean,
I'm waiting for helpful suggestions. I'm just here to befriend the dog.
I mean, I'm happy to walk down the boardwalk, but we might not be able to make a quick escape if we get seen or heard again. I guess we can go in the filthy waters.
yeah, we're going to be in the water if we have to lag it, aren't we? Would my background as a hunter give me any kind of advantage at taming the dog or making friends with it?
I don't
Is that
think.
even possible through a door?
Yeah. First of all, I think that would. I think you would need. I don't think you'd know is the answer. I don't.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
You wouldn't be able to do anything about the dog at the moment,
Just
certainly.
want to befriend the dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, and sneak down the side. Feels
So
fun.
do I get a sense where Jargon is from my hunter's mark? Is he still just somewhere in the building?
Yeah, you sense he's in the building. I don't think because I don't want to overpower Hunter's mark. I'm not.
Sure.
You can't give it out, but he is definitely still in the building. You get that sense.
Okay.
Yeah.
So is the jetty or it's in through the loading dock? Or it's back off and have a think about what we're doing?
I mean, there is another option, which is me talking to that sadistic little nutter, but I don't know whether either of us would be happy to see each other or whether it would arouse their suspicions to see me again after so long.
I suppose it depends what you're going to say. Are you going to say that you're looking for work, that you want to reconnect with Lamb?
And disgusting as it would feel to have to say that, I could pretend that I've decided to come back. I've run out of money and I always knew there was money here.
We've got to do something.
And you could distract him and maybe we could sneak in while you're doing that?
Yep. Do you guys
Yeah.
feel happy with that?
Yeah. Yeah, it feels fine.
Yeah,
Alright.
so if you distract the gnome, we'll look for Jargon. Okay, but what are we doing when we're in there? Are we looking for Jargon or are we looking for Lamb?
Jargon.
Whichever we find first.
So we're talking our way past Hookshanks with we want a job in order to meet Yargan and say we want a job.
We're looking for Lamb, and Yargan presumably has his location, but he seems to have maybe led us to the hideout anyway. So
We don't know that.
We don't know that for sure, but this is definitely a nest of some kind. So if we find Lamb, we find Lamb. If find Yargan, we find Yargan.
If Dave's going up, are we following Dave or are we sneaking around the side of the building? I am pro around the side of the building.
Yeah, I'm
record.
pro sneak.
Yeah. Can I investigate these barrels before we go?
Yep. Yeah. Give me an examination. In fact.
Ooh, can I also do that?
Yeah. Go for it. Yeah. Go for it.
It's a 17.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Ooh. So
Finally.
natural 20. Natural 20 for a 24 for Iggy. So
Hell
I'm going to say
yeah.
with a 17, you break open one of the barrels and you just find fish inside it, quite pungent fish.
Gross.
Iggy, you also find that, but below the surface, you realize it's a false top, and underneath, you hit what you might think is pay dirt. There's like lots of little baggies of shiver here.
Oh, shit.
Oh,
We're going to have a will roll to see if you can even try and resist this.
Okay.
Seems a bit cruel after you rolled a 20, but there you
Yeah.
I believe in you, Iggy.
Yeah, you got
You're
this.
investigated so well.
Too well, in fact. Oh.
That was really amazing.
go. That's a 5. Yeah, you're like, you've picked up a couple of these bags and put them in your pockets.
Shove them in my
already.
pocket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, no.
I feel like it's time for me to go and knock on the door.
Right,
Yeah, if
should
you-
we get out of the way then? Like,
Sure.
should we get around the side? Yes? Is that okay? Yeah.
Yeah, are we going to
I'm
go
good with
along
that.
the-
Right, so if you just tell me what you're doing and then I'll tell you where you can move your tokens basically.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Can I go round towards where the slippery boardwalk is?
Yes, absolutely you can. Is anyone else going with you?
Yes. Can I follow?
Okay, yeah. So just decide your order, I suppose, is the important thing. So it sounds like Iggy's
Yeah,
going first.
I'll take up the rear. I'll take up the rear. Maybe stay at the corner to just like so that I can
Okay.
look back towards Dave in case he gets into trouble.
And Dave is going. So I'm going to move your tokens just for the sake of
Okay.
Sure, yeah.
ease. So let's say Iggy is there. Persephone is there. But Iggy takes one. Yeah, I think this is what you're saying.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
Dave's going up to the front door.
Yep.
Okay. So, Dave, you knock on the door and you immediately hear this barking and growling from inside. And as you're waiting, Iggy, you step onto the boardwalk, and almost as soon as you can see it's like slippy. As you step onto it, your foot is almost like slightly slipping, and there's the water you can see is about 12 feet below you. And so you're sort of walking, and it's sort of the walk onto it, and you feel the boards slightly way down as you're walking along. But you're okay. You're making your way forward. I would say, Persephone, you feel the boards are buckling a little more. Because Iggy is a small creature.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I'll just keep bringing it up.
As we established in the earlier scene.
I checked. I forgot I put all my all my stats into strength. So apparently I'm jacked. So I understand.
And so you hear, Dave, you hear shouting from inside, and you hear a voice you recognise as Hookshanks saying, "Just do what I tell you and go and answer the door." And you hear the boy saying, "But Blue's there, I don't want Blue to bite me. Just go and do it. Hurry up." And eventually you hear growling, and the door unlocking. And this young looking kid looks up at you, and you know what, I'm going to do a roll to see if you know this kid. No, you don't know this kid. But the dog immediately is like barking at you, and it's like it brings Hookshanks through the door. It says, will you shut up, you stupid mutt?" And then he looks at the door. He says, well, look what the cat dragged in.
Pleased to see me.
Surprised you're still alive. And he pushes the kid out of the way. And he steps up to you. And he's obviously he's a gnome. He's quite small. But there is no sense of fear. He still views you essentially as one of the lambs. He says, "I should stick you right now. Gaedren would like that." And then we'll cut back to...
You've really let this place go. That's all I can say.
We'll cut back to the side of the building. Are you guys trying to move forward at this stage, or are you just...
Yeah. Can I say to these guys that maybe I should just creep forward a little bit and test these boards first, because I am the smallest?
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Right, cool. So, yeah, can I do that? Sort of carefully move forward.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Exan isn't quite on the boardwalk. They're just hovering right at the edge of the building so that they can kind of see back. So that if Dave gets attacked or yanked into the building or something, can go and help.
Can I examine the boards and see if they're likely to give way under people behind me?
Yeah, go for it. Yeah.
Sweet. My rolls are shite. Why am I even here?
It's all good, boys. Come on.
They look like they're made of wood, I think.
Oh, good.
Awesome. Great.
So glad that
Works
I have
for me.
4 examinations for that information.
But yeah, you walk along, and they are starting. They're not bending massively, but they are pretty slippery. You definitely know, I would say, that if you attempted to run down here, you could be in a bit of trouble. You can now see this door on the left hand side that's coming up is quite close to you, Iggy. And then we'll cut back to the front door, and Hookshanks is just looking at you, and he's got his hand on this knife in his belt.
There's no need for that. I've actually come here to help you. I can see that you guys have been struggling since I left. I'm willing to offer my services again.
It's not a voluntary position, this, you idiot.
Well, do you need my help or not?
Give me an influence. Well, yeah. What skills are they? I think it's probably influence. There's not many skills, so I think. 9. Yeah, he's like, we don't need help from our rejects.
Are you sure? Because I followed your kids all the way here.
Which one? That one? And he points to the one that's standing at the door.
Not him.
I told you you were useless.
Not him.
Well, I'll find the one. I suggest you back away, though. Otherwise, Giggles will come and get you. And I know you don't like Giggles.
I feel like Giggles is happy to see me. Especially the way you treat him. If all you've got around here is kids, you're going to need some muscle, surely. And you look like you're short of it.
And then we'll cut back to the boardwalk. Are you edging closer to this door, Iggy?
Yes, please. Let's do it.
So I'll say that you end up right outside this door. So you're standing right outside this door. You're above the water, which is like, you can see even at this point below you, the water is quite deep below you.
Can I swim?
I don't know. I suppose there's only one way to find out.
No, thanks. Can I... there's no windows around here, right? I can't see it at
No,
all.
there isn't, unfortunately.
Right. Can I listen at the door?
Yes. Give me that. Would be a perception, though, I think.
God damn. I'm going to try anyway. Why not? Let's keep trying.
Another 4. This is not going well. Yeah, I think the water lapping against the pilings below you, and you're sort of trying to concentrate on not slipping into the water. I think you can't hear anything. What I will say is that, though, as you're sort of pushing against the door, you get the impression that this door is locked.
Ah. That's not very used to us, is it? Any of you guys got any lockpicking skills?
So,
No.
lockpicking is finesse, essentially, in this.
Yeah. -1, mate, so not a chance.
-2, but I'm willing to try.
I actually have +2 to finesse.
Oh, okay.
Do you think
So-
you can make it here without falling in?
Yeah, so
This is my next question.
as you're sort of trying to work out what's happening with the store, we cut back, and Hookshank says, maybe I should bring you to Lamb anyway.
What, so I can tell him how I can help him out? Yeah.
If you want to believe that, yeah, that's fine.
You always thought you were close to Lamb, didn't you? You know what he really thought of you. He thought you were a complete idiot.
Well, he's still got me around, and he ain't got you around, does he?
He's got you around because you are his lapdog.
I should set that dog on you right now.
I treat that dog better than you when I was around. It's not going to do anything to me.
And he sort of assesses things for a moment, and he thinks, you got any weapons on you?
No. I know the rules. Wouldn't come here with weapons on me.
Well, I tell you what, if that's true, I'll bring you in, just so I can see Lamb stick you myself.
Keep telling yourself that.
As this is happening, can Exam hear this exchange?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
So if at any point Dave looks in my direction, I'm gonna say, do you want me to come with you?
Yeah, and I'll say that you do pick that up.
I'm going to look. I'm giving the look.
Is
Either
that
way,
the yes look or the no look?
it's the yes look. I want you to
Okay.
come with me.
Okay.
So I have forgot to say I have a friend. I can vouch for my friend's work.
And his face changes. It says, no.
So at this point, Exan is going to
And he
wander
pulls
up.
out his knife from his belt. Says, why do I get the impression you're trying to fool me?
because you always were a fool. I'm probably not helping the situation, am I? I wouldn't try to fool you.
Exan, do you just walk up?
I'm gonna kind of creep along the wall, but I am also gonna draw my bow.
Okay. So
And
just
if I see
move
his
yourself to where you
head-
want to be.
If
I
I
don't know
see
you
his
guys.
head stick out, if I've,
just
if I
here.
hear him make
Unfortunately, you're on the
Uh,
wrong side of the building, really, because the other door is locked still, unfortunately. So, you could walk right up beside Dave, I guess, and maybe he won't
Okay.
see you. Yeah. Iggy, what are you doing? And Persephone, what are you doing?
I'm trying
Iggy,
to
I
get
should
up
say
beh-
that you can now see further up the thing, and you can see that this thing goes all the way round to this old ship at the back of the.
All right, so let's assume I assume no one's told me what's going on at the front.
No.
So
No. Can
As far
I
as I-
safely get up to Iggy while Iggy is doing this? Sorry, I did not mean to cut you off.
that's okay.
Like the boards creak when you walk along them, but
Right.
you think if you move slowly, you
Okay,
can probably get up there. Yeah.
great.
Okay,
Wanted to position myself while Iggy thinks.
I'm gonna keep going, just like carefully.
Okay. So you start walking up the rest of the side of the building. And Hookshanks has now pulled out his dagger. He says, "What's going on, Dave? What's really going on here?"
Look, I've been really struggling. I've been struggling with money. Just this place is familiar to me despite all the bad memories. Can you just help me out? Come on.
And I think, Exan, do you want to give me a stealth? Or are you trying to be sneaky, or are you not trying to be sneaky? Tell me what you're doing.
So at this point, I'm trying to be sneaky because I'm kind of hoping that Hookshanks attacks Dave so that I can shoot him in the face.
Yeah. No, that's what I thought was happening.
My plan.
So give me a stealth roll. Yeah, so that's a 14. Yeah, okay. So I'm going to say you are able to sneak up and Hookshanks doesn't see you, but Blue starts barking and starts like, he runs up to essentially the door and he's like sniffing through the door for you and he's like barking at Hookshanks and Hookshanks is saying, What's wrong with you, you stupid mutt? And he claps it over the head. Yeah. Are you wanting to do anything?
I don't treat a dog like that. How dare you? That's why no one around here listens to you, because you treat them like that.
And he just turns around to you and he says, "Would you shut up?" And he takes out his knife, and I'm going to say you're now in combat with Hookshanks. So and the dog, I'm afraid.
Do I not have any treats on me?
But what I'm going to say, we're going to cut away from that fight, and then Iggy, you now have moved all the way up. I think you were wanting to move right up, were you?
Yeah.
So you I'm going to say while this is all happening at the front door, you Persephone, what are you doing? Are you following?
Following. I want to try to unlock this door on.
Yeah. So you stop at the door, right?
Yeah.
Iggy, you walk round and you see that this is a ship, and you could probably climb up into the ship if you wanted. It's like, it looks quite abandoned, and there's a few crates and barrels and stuff on its deck, but the mast is sort of half broken and things like that.
All right. Yeah, I'd like to climb onto the boat.
Yeah, so you climb up onto the boat, and sorry, I'm just moving you just for the sake.
Yeah. No, that's fine.
And there's a door into a small cabin. It's sort of at the top of the boat there. You can also see through the window now into the back of the fishery, and you see more kids moving about in there as well. Persephone, do you want to try and give me a finesse roll to see if you can unlock this door?
11.
11. Let me check. Yeah, you don't manage to unlock the door here.
Okay.
You need to. You've not broken your lockpicks or whatever.
Okay.
But yeah, you don't manage to do that. But as you're playing with that, as Iggy climbs up onto the boat, as you guys start into combat, what I'm going to say happens is that Persephone, the door opens.
Oh.
You hear it unlocking. And you see the figure of Jargon Balco, who I'm going to show you.
Found him.
Yep.
And he just looks at you and says, "What the hell are you doing here?" And at that point, I think we'll bring this episode to a close.
Okay.
We're going to pick it up. We'll pick it up from there as
Cliffhanger.
Okay.
and you have split the party, which is always a great
We
idea.
have split the party.
3, not just in
We've
half.
done badly.
So we will pick up from there next time.
Okay.
Excellent.
Do not make me kill a dog, Marco. Do not make me kill a dog. I refuse.
I did not write this
joining our
adventure.
team.
I did not write this
Dog is
adventure.
friend.
Excellent.
I'll
excellent.
happily kill a gnome, but don't make me kill a dog.
Yeah.